Hi guys, here's a video on lower back relief. Hopefully find it nice and helpful. First one we're going to do is cat-cow for 45 seconds. So on hands and knees, and just working through the full range of movement and motion of the back. Trying to get the T-spine as high up to the ceiling as possible, and then trying to bring the chest or the top of the abs as low as you can, whilst keeping arms nice and straight. You'll find that one extremity is nicer than the other. So if you need to spend more time in one of the ranges of motion, then you can. Okay, after that we're going into a weighted hip stretch. So we're driving all the weight through the side of the hip. Imagine you're trying to put all your body weight through the side of the hip capsule. Knees together and just pushing all that weight through. Get a really nice stretch here. Should be a sort of a strange sensation. Shouldn't be mega painful, but you should feel the stretch. Going 1 minute on each side. Okay, change sides. Really important to mobilise hips, as they can get really tight, especially if you're sat down all day at a desk job. They're obviously in a compromised position for 8 hours plus a day. Plus you're driving to work sat down, eating food sat down at lunchtime, maybe driving home, and then in the evening you might be sat there watching TV or eating your dinner as well. So it's a long day of sitting. So also really important that throughout the day, try and get up and walk and move around as much as possible. Obviously it's not always possible with the sort of job you're in. However, just try and do it as much as you can. It will really help. Also in your lunch breaks, if possible, again, spending 5 minutes just doing these mobility drills or some sort of variation that you can do at your desk will massively help you. Okay, so on your back, 1 foot over the knee, and then you're going to try and pull your ankle down into the hip, and with that you're going to spend 30 seconds pulling the knee into your chest. Should get a really nice stretch here in the hips or the glutes or both. And you can lock that ankle in. The further down you pull that ankle, the more you're going to feel the stretch as well. So this position for 30 seconds, and then we're going to do the opposite position. So we're going to keep the ankle locked where it is, and we're going to push against the knee for the next 30 seconds, 1 minute on each side. So now we're pushing the knee away. One of them will feel nicer than the other, and you'll get a better stretch on one of those movements than the other one. If you need to spend more time in one position than the other, you can. Okay, change sides, exactly the same. Pulling the ankle down into the hip and then pulling that knee into you. You can either use both hands or lock the ankle in with one hand and pull with one hand on the knee. 30 seconds here and then 30 seconds pushing the knee away. Good stuff, guys. Keep the ankle close to your hip. Pushing away. Okay, so we're going to go into a pigeon pose now. So this will be the most strenuous position that we do today. So you're just bringing your foot across your body, bringing your knee down to the floor, and then putting your body weight over the front leg. This can also be done on a bench or on the chair if this position's too much for you. It's quite intense on the hips. So if you've got really tight hips, you're going to feel this massively. But like I say, you can raise the foot up on a surface and that should just alleviate the pressure. 1 minute on each side. Really, really important, good movement, good stretch for lower back relief. To increase the stretch, push the foot further away from your hips, and to decrease it, just pull the foot in a little bit closer to the opposite leg. And change sides, guys. 1 minute here. Great work, guys. Last little bit. From here we're going to go into a standing hip flexor stretch. So when we come out of this one, just stand up, find a surface for your foot. Okay, so foot on a flat surface and then hands above your head to add to the stretch. You don't need to do that, but it will just make it more of an active stretch. And we're driving through the hips nice and controlled, nice and slowly. You should be feeling this in your hip flexor in the front of your hips. Don't lean back too far if you feel pain in your back. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. Now here I'm doing a variation of the stretch where I'm leaning slightly into the sides of the stretch. You can try this. This will really, you'll feel the stretch a lot more strong come on here. But again, you can just go forward and backwards. And again, you don't have to have your hands in the air. That just adds to the stretch. We're going 1 minute on each side here. Really focus on the bottom foot as well. It's going to want to turn out to the side if you've got tight hips. So make sure that both feet are directly pointing forward. Change sides, guys. 1 minute here. Again, focusing on both feet being forwards. Okay, good stuff. Okay, what we're going to do here is just roll the back out. So we're starting nice and high and then just rolling all the way down the back and all the way back up. Again, just miss this one out if you need to, if it's too much pressure on the lower back. But if not, it's a really nice stretch. Just opens the back up. Should get a good stretch in your hamstrings as well. Last few times through, just up and down. Good. Okay, so just coming down onto one knee and then another hip flexor stretch here. Just leaning all your weight through the hip flexor, driving forward, keeping chest up and core engaged. Really important not to overextend the lower back here. So keep your core tight. You're not trying to drive your belly out, just your hip. Here I'm stretching my left hip. So whichever leg is back is the one being stretched. And again, just lifting the hands up adds to the stretch. You don't have to do it. Going 1 minute here, 1 minute on the other side. Okay, change sides, guys. Good work, almost there. Nice, and come out of that one. Okay, so just sitting down here, we're just going to go into a forward fold, which is our last stretch. Just folding your legs together and just easing yourself forward. Again, if you feel too much pressure here on your lower back, then you can miss this one out and just rest. Last little bit, got a minute in this hold. Any questions or any comments, just leave them in the comments box. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you're happy with it, and share it to those that you think it will benefit. "30 seconds, point, just change sides." Okay, great work guys, well done today.